Good evening, everybody. On November 11th, 2015, I gave birth to my third child and thought the only challenge in front of me was dealing with 3 children under 4.5 years old. Unfortunately, I later learned that although a challenging task, I could handle 3 children. I had been a mom already and knew about the day-to-day unpredictabilities of motherhood. I can remember the day my husband and I sat down and had a conversation about life and how everything had seemingly been falling into place. Like we had almost already figured it all out. Isn't that usually the case? When you think you have it all figured out and then you're forced to overcome a new challenge. That challenge for me began on February 23rd, 2016, the day I was diagnosed with MS. I had the honor of standing here 1 year ago today to tell my story. I stand here again this evening to share with all of you more knowledge and a little more experience. I'm happy to say that I have remained relapse-free and I feel pretty amazing both mentally and physically. Don't get me wrong, the journey has not come without its highs and lows. It is, after all, an unpredictable disease. And I make sure that I'm as productive as I can be on my good days so that I can attempt to rest on my bad ones. A daunting task as a wife and a mother of a 7-year-old, a 5-year-old, and a 3-year-old. While the reality can be frustrating at times, I do my best to not let the disease take over my day-to-day life. My symptoms arrived shortly after giving birth to my daughter Shay 3 years ago. Many of my fellow MS warriors will be able to relate to my initial symptoms. Numbness in my feet, fingers, around my chest, vibrations that would shock me from head to toe after any neck movement. These were the signs that made me realize something was very wrong. During this time, I quickly learned how important it is to advocate for yourself. I may have marched into a doctor's office more than once, demanding them to read my MRIs and not leaving until they did. Those that know me understand that if I want answers, I'm going to get answers and I'm going to demand them. All roads of my research pointed to MS. I just needed someone to believe me and someone to confirm it. Although it was not an easy journey to arrive at a diagnosis, after meeting with my neurologist, I was able to get on a treatment plan rather quickly. I am fortunate to have a friend in Ashley Tibbetts. Now I'm getting emotional. Who is here tonight as my guest. Through her connections, my 8-month wait for a neurology consult was fast-tracked to an almost immediate appointment at Jacobs Neurological Institute. Thank you, Ashley, for that life. We may have some discouraging weather and some sports teams that need some help in Buffalo, but we definitely have some of the best functional medicine and neurologists here in Western New York. We should feel very lucky that they are in our backyard. I know that I am. I'm often asked where I get my motivation and inspiration from. I knew very early on in my diagnosis that I wanted to help motivate and inspire those with MS or any kind of disease to stay active and positive, physically, emotionally, and even socially, regardless of physical limitations. I've had to make many decisions over the last 3 years. The easiest decision I've had to make was to surround myself with people that are positive and uplifting. Over 25 of those people are here with me tonight. 26. They represent the ones who were there for me 4 months ago when I woke up on the day we were moving into our dream house and I was unable to get out of bed and maintain my balance to walk. They're the ones that send me uplifting messages to see how I'm doing and to ask how I'm feeling. My dear friend Kelly Jameson, who for the first year of my diagnosis sent me a card of encouragement every single month prior to my infusions. I love you. Thank you, Kelly. My husband, my rock, has been by my side since day one. He unconditionally supports me on my best of days and guides me through my darkest days. I am beyond blessed to be walking this journey with him. My 3 children, Gavin, Stella, and Shay, are my greatest blessings. They are my motivations for getting up on days where my body just doesn't want to cooperate. There's so much power and positivity, and I have 25 or more reminders of that here with me tonight. I love you all, and I thank you all for being here with me. I firmly believe, through my countless hours of research, how important diet, physical activity, and a positive mindset relate to my well-being. It took some trial and error, but I think I have found my perfect balance. I've maintained a strict diet for over 2 years, which includes gluten-free, dairy-free, and caffeine-free. So you can understand why I'm super excited to hear our keynote speaker tonight. I often work out to a specific lifting program for my MS. I take about 1 million supplements. I receive monthly infusions, and I take a disease-modifying drug. This balance works for me, and I recognize that it might not work for everybody, but it's really about finding your balance, your courage, and your motivation. Regardless of having MS or not, we all have our own battles we are fighting. Tonight, I leave you all with this. Where does your courage and inspiration come from? Where are you going to find your perfect balance? And who do you surround yourself with that encourages you and uplifts your spirits? I just want to thank Tony Farrow, his mother Patricia, Kristen, and the entire Change MS team. What started off as an idea to bring the MS community together for support has turned into a movement that has received attention from all over the nation. Your dedication, undeniable passion to help each other, and drive to fight until there is a cure inspires me and every single person in this room. Thank you for all you do, and thank you all and Tony for giving me this platform to share my story.